much to Nigel Kneale's chagrin, love him or loathe him, Brian Donlevy's Quatermass, which was not to Kneale's taste, not to my taste either. I do miss the conscience-stricken professor, but that fast-talking, no-nonsense, ambitious scientist who will stop at nothing. It's a much more American sensibility, but those characters make for great heroes in American movies. The conflicted scientist has become, somebody driven who doesn't, who actually says in the film of Quatermass Experiment, there's no room for human feelings in science, Judith, which is, whereas in the TV version, he has a little monologue where he says, I'm responsible for all of this and I feel really bad. And he goes on television and apologizes to the nation for unleashing terror. Can't imagine Brian Donlevy going, I'm terribly sorry, everyone. But there's a mournfulness about his Quatermass that is not in the film.
If you look at the original draft of the Quatermass Experiment film, which was written before he was cast, that character is written as a tough cookie. He's written that way. It's very conscious that they've thought, right, to tell this story as a film, we need to make the character like this. So really what he does, he comes in and he plays the character as it is on the page. So he's not doing the wrong job exactly. He's doing the job he's been asked to do. It's very easy for us, I think, in retrospect, to look at that and think, to compare and contrast between his performance and the performance of Reginald Tate, who played Quatermass in the original, the TV original. But he wouldn't have seen that. He wasn't British. He wouldn't have seen it at all. He wasn't reacting to that performance or thinking, I'll take that, leave that, do more of this. He's just coming in, doing a job. Here's the script. Here's what it tells me to do, and he does that. The way that Donlevy portrays Quatermass in the film is right for a film, and it's been written as such. They very consciously thought we need to tell this story. The film version is about 80 minutes. The TV version is over 3 hours. If you're going to tell the same story much more quickly, you have to give it much more momentum. And what's great in many ways in the original is that Quatermass is this quite sort of haunted, brooding figure, which works in that situation, in that medium. But it's a very obvious choice to look at that and go, okay, if we just kind of supercharge this character and turn him into the sort of person who barges into a room and bashes heads and gets things done, the story will move. So it works perfectly for the film, but you can see that Nigel Kneale would look at that and say, what have you done to my character? You've taken the soul out of him. Both of those opinions are valid and you can understand them.